So it's interesting because nuts are divided into families. Oh great, we have audience everywhere, that's very nice. So there are families that have existed in a long time, and then families that I created for my book. For example, nuts that can save your life, or nuts that are simple and elegant. So in this chapter in my book,
Stand on the curb.
Simplicity and Elegance, I have a nut to lift a ladder. Of course, this is my baby ladder. I travel with it, right? It's good for the airplane. But sometimes in theater, I have a giant ladder and a pulley and a real rope, and I demonstrate. But that's enough here to demonstrate what is the ideal nut to lift a ladder, let's say in a construction site, to a scaffold top, 3 stories high. Now, if we had time, I would love to invite people of the audience to come and show me what nut would you do, what nut, and it would be interesting. And some people will make 12 nuts, thinking 12 nuts are more secure than one, which is not true. Actually, one nut is better if it's the right nut. So I go right to the conclusion. I make a loop at the end of the rope. It's a bowline. It's in the book. And now I introduce the rope to the ladder. They have not met yet. And you see something very natural happen. The loop wants to say hello to the ladder, and all I have to do is this. You cannot call that nutting, right? And by doing that, by passing the loop over the 2 posts, I create a very good, actually the best way to lift a ladder. So it's very simple and elegant, and it has the advantage of being self-stabilizing. If there is a lot of wind, or you put here your toolbox, and it's dancing, a self-stabilizing nut. Now, when this comes to the top of the scaffold, the worker up there, what do they have to do after pulling the rope around the pulley? Well, they relax their pulling, and with only 2 fingers, they let go of the loop, and the rope will by itself dislodge. You cannot call that untying, you see? So I love this type of thing. And if you want to go into another problem, I call that problem because I have a bag of solutions. To stay in simple and elegance, if you have a claw hammer, that's a claw hammer problem. And it's the same, you want to attach it very securely and send it, with a little pulley up the ladder, up the scaffold. So I find out in life that actually very often you don't have to go around away from the problem to find a solution. You have to go to the problem and you have to think. So here we have a claw hammer. What is a claw? Well, a claw is a narrow passage becoming narrower and narrower as you go in. We could stick something there. So if I were to do another family of knot called the termination knot, which is a knot at the end of the rope, like this, let's say to prevent a rope from getting out of a pulley, you see the termination knot, then I could stick the termination knot at the end of the claw, but that's not really safe. Look at that, it's going to slide off, right? So now if I just give the termination knot into the claw and make a half hitch, which you cannot really call knotting, right? It's a little figure with a rope. Now look at this. I have a perfect attachment to my claw hammer, and also you can see it's self-adjusting in case there is some wind or movement. Now when this comes to the top and the people stop pulling, automatically the rope here can be dislodged, and I don't even have to call the knot down because look, the weight of the knot, the gravity calls the knot down. So I find that very simple and elegant. Thank you very much. Now there are knots that can save your life, and can I see, sir? Can you put your hands like this, and I put a rope, a little rope, on both your hands? I think that will work. Put that around your neck, yes, and these are your things. Come with me. There is no steps, so there's no problem. Come with me around, okay? And you're gonna hold my rope here. You hold the rope and you show the people, right? You show the people. Don't tell anything. Okay. So now, I need you to put your arm like this, and let's say you are a palm tree in a desert. Oh, hold on. I need the little fronds there. Pantry. Good, good, good. Okay, so now here's my little story. I am a caravan person in the desert. I have one camel, and I find an oasis with a palm tree. I'm going to drink some water. So I attach my camel very strongly. I hope resist me. It's very strong. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do it higher on the palm tree. Okay. I attach my camel very strongly and show me the branch. Good. And now hold on. There is a cloud of dust in the background of the dune. It's a caravan that comes, and I know they are enemies. They're going to kill me. They're going to steal my camel. I have to leave in half a second. Thank you very much. I am going to teach you some nuts now, but first, let me see. I need another person. Would you come, please? Okay. Now it's not the palm tree. Now it's the Statue of Liberty. Or yes, can you do the Statue of Liberty? The other arm. Yeah, and then you're carrying books here, carrying my notebook. You see, that's what the Statue of Liberty should be like. Okay. Okay. So now you hold this in your hand. Hold my rope. Okay, like this. And you know what? So the other day, I had a special permission, and I was allowed to climb the Statue of Liberty. Nobody has the right to do that, but you know, they said yes. So after climbing the Statue of Liberty, verifying that she had my book on her arm, I rappel down. Now rappel down is very nice, right? Except many alpinists lost their life because they rappel down and they forgot that their rope had an end, and that's why you put at the end of the rope a termination knot. That's one of the reasons, because then you rappel down, you say, oh, I am at the end of my rope. Okay. So anyway, as I rappel down, suddenly I was in big danger, and I had to hold on to something with one hand, and I had the rope here, and if only with one hand, if only I could make a knot around this rope, I would save my life. So actually, I am holding here. Actually, you see, I think it is possible. Oh, I forgot to hold myself. It is possible with one hand, and now resist, to make a bowline with one hand to save your life. It's in the book. Thank you very much. Do you still have your watch? Good, that's good. Now, you know, when you finish playing with ropes, when one finishes playing with ropes, sometimes people just, you know, discard ropes. This is unimaginable for me. You should never do that. No, what you do is when you finish working with a rope, you coil it, and it's an art. And in my book, there is a chapter, The Art of Coiling. So what you do, of course, this is a little short rope for traveling and demonstrating. But usually a rope is very long. So you do many times this movement. It's like a Zen exercise, you see. And each loops have to be more or less the same length, right? Which is never exactly. So here's a little circus trick. And then I go around like this. Hold on, I need more hands. Oh, I have my knees. Good. So I go around like this and around. And I stick the loop at the end, and I put the neck of the rope very tight. And what I create now is a personal invention, is I create a very stiff ending with a little loop. Why? Because I have a barn, or you have a boat or a garage, and you put all your ropes on little peg or nails, except there is this nail there that is out of reach. It's ridiculous. Who put this nail there? But with this, with a loop being not too long because it will bend, not too short because you could not put it into a nail, but the right stiffness and length, and the neck is stiff. And look at that, I can lower my hand, I can almost go to 12 inches of stiffness, and now I can go to that nail that I never could reach before. Okay, don't tell anybody, that's my invention.